By Lisa Mascaro, Boak and Jonathan Lemire, Associated Press, Washington. President Joe Biden met late Monday with a group of Republican senators who have proposed a slimmed-down $618 billion coronavirus aid package, a fraction of the $1.9 trillion he is seeking, as congressional Democrats vowed to push ahead with or without GOP support. Biden greeted the lawmakers in the Oval Office, joking that he felt like he was back in the Senate as they started the private session. He and Vice President Kamala Harris were hearing the Republicans pitch for a smaller, more targeted COVID relief package that would do away with Democratic priorities but could win GOP support and appeal to his effort to unify the country. The Republican group's proposal taps into bipartisan urgency to shore up the nation's vaccine distribution and vastly expand virus testing with $160 billion in aid, similar to what Biden has proposed. But from there, the two plans drastically diverge. Less focused on economic aid, the GOP's $1,000 direct payments would go to fewer households than the $1,400 Biden has proposed, and the Republicans offer only a fraction of what he wants to reopen schools. They also would give nothing to states, money that Democrats argue is just as important, with $350 billion in Biden's plan to keep police, fire and other workers on the job. Gone are Democratic priorities such as a gradual lifting of the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour. Engaging the White House in high-profile bipartisan talks comes House and Senate Democrats announced they would push ahead, laying the groundwork for approving Biden's package with a process that won't depend on Republican support for passage. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer warned that history is filled with the costs of small thinking. The cost of inaction is high and growing, and the time for decisive action is now, he and Speaker Nancy Pelosi said in a joint statement. The goal is for approval of COVID relief by March, when extra unemployment assistance and other pandemic aid expires. The overture from the coalition of 10 GOP senators, mostly centrists, is an attempt to show that at least some in the Republican ranks want to work with Biden's new administration, rather than simply operating as the opposition in the minority in Congress. But Democrats are wary of using too much time courting GOP support that may not materialize or delivering too meager a package as they believe happened during the 2009 recovery. The accelerating talks came as the Congressional Budget Office delivered mixed economic forecasts Monday with robust growth expected at a 4.5% annual rate but employment rates not to return to pre-pandemic levels for several years. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said there is, obviously, a big gap between the $1.9 trillion package Biden has proposed and the $618 billion counteroffer.